done me to evils, and my people have done me so wrong. They've forsaken me the fount of living water, heal our systems that won't last long. My people have done me to evils, and my people have done me so wrong. They've forsaken me the fount of living water, heal our systems that won't last long. Oh, Jerusalem, oh, Jerusalem, I will gather you like a extended by my hand. Yet you stoned all the prophets I sent you. They were good, worthy, mortal men. My love for you is without measure. 'Tis a love without beginning or end. I would have given you your transgressions, cast in a sea of forgetfulness your sin. My people have done me to evils, and my people have done me so wrong. They've forsaken me the fount of living water, healed our systems that won't last long. My people have done me to evils, and my people have done me so wrong. They've forsaken me the fount of living water, our systems that won't last long. Systems that won't last long. Systems that won't last long. Systems that won't last long.
Good evening. I was once incarcerated for about 2 decades in the Department of Corrections in the state of Georgia. Everything that I touched, everything that I ate, was produced by the prisoners incarcerated within the state of Georgia. And not one prisoner was compensated for their labors. At present, we have a problem with producing masks and ventilators for the people of the United States of America. And part of the solution is right within our grasp. In the state of Georgia, prisoners produce the food that is served by prisoners. They milk the cows for milk. They plant, harvest, and cook the food. They produce the uniforms that prisoners wear. Our prisoners manufacture the soaps. Prisoners clean the clothes. Of course, there are civilian non-offenders supervising them. Prisoners make the furniture through prison industries, and none of the desks and chairs and all the desks and the chairs that they make are sent to the courts, and some even wind up at the governor's mansion. Prisoners use tools. They build the prisons. They actually build the prisons. In Georgia, the prisoner labor's force is referred to as the mobile construction unit. There are prisoners whose details require that they be transported on vans and on Bluebird buses to different venues. Again, prisoners do not receive 1 penny for their labors. And I have alluded to this in my webpage presentation. Moreover, in many Georgia municipalities and small towns, prisoners are marched to vans and do roadside services such as picking up garbage and debris, and they clean parks and they cut grass. My proposal is that America can put prisoners to work producing the masks under strict supervision. There are 2.5 million prisoners in the United States in federal and state prisons. They are a gigantic labor force. Pay them a wage not necessarily commensurate with what they might make on the street, and allow them to half of themselves a few pennies, a few dimes in order to go to the commissary. but allow them to make those necessary items which will be beneficial for the people of this country during this vast pandemic. Yes, masks are made by unionized workers. Yes, a corporation may not be gaining huge profits, but it is time to put away our narrow concerns and look to solutions. Prisoners working on the program can be separated much like they do with the mobile construction unit. And together America will fight this dreadful disease together. Now the song I wrote in prison is titled, "The Lord Reigns."
The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. Oh, the Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. There are wars and there's rumors of wars, things seem to be getting out of hand. One thing we must always remember, that the Lord God is still in command. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. All nature seems to be in rebellion. Climate seems altered all over the place. Disease spread with no vaccination, threatened to engulf the whole human race. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. Those things which were once the exception, they have suddenly become the rule. Both urban and rural are army camps. We wonder what they teach them in school. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the coastlands be glad. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the coastlands be glad. Each day we look at our TV screens, we see only total doom and gloom. But there's real perils out all about us, dangers lurk outside our living room. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the coastlands be glad. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the coastlands be glad. He said he would come back to get us, and will come in the twink of an eye, and will first take those fallen asleep. All the rest would meet him in the sky. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad. The Lord reigns, let the earth The Lord reigns. Let the earth rejoice. Let the big coastlands be glad.
It is anticipated that soon Remove This Reproach will embark on a residential program for those justice-involved persons leaving state prison. This is not an easy task. With this COVID-19, this rush to mass incarceration is showing how unwise it has been to rush much of the population of marginalized people into prison in the first place. Does this constitute cruel and unusual punishment, where in a time when citizens are told to quarantine themselves, that we have a prison system that has been transformed from single-man cells to large dormitories? And therefore, the individual has lost a great deal of his privacy. And also in these great big dormitories, these guys are sleeping like 18 inches apart from one another. There's a bunk here, there's a bunk here, there's a bunk on the other side, on both the top and the bottom bunk, and they're 18 inches apart from one another. In the best of conditions, it's an ingredient for failure. Diseases would spread like wildfires in the state of California. Another ethical issue in the release of prisoners has to deal with the fact that we're releasing people who are homeless and penniless. And I've said this ad nauseum in my videos, or the videos that I will be presenting. They're released for $25 and on a debit card and one pair of drawers, and they're wearing that pair. They are released without any kind of medical care and any kind of opportunity to receive any kind of medical assistance. Another issue we must deal with is that the release of prisoners during this COVID-19 crisis places additional burdens on families who are already suffering during this financial crisis. They have a loved one who comes back who is unemployed and who has a great deal of his own financial and emotional needs to deal with. Prisoners should be released, but let us think of the issues I just raised as we consider release and reentry into society. Thank you for your attention to this message, and this has been a message to the Congress of the United States from Release This Reproach. Thank you.
Hi, this is Dr. Edward Palmore coming back to you. I would like for you please to press that like button, that thumbs up, make a comment if you will, subscribe to our channel, and press the notification button. We will be back to give you more video and more insight on mass incarceration, those issues that are tangential and germane to the subject. Thank you very much.